Whenever you visit Tannadice, the legacy of Jim McLean's achievements at Dundee United hang from almost every wall. As chairman of this club, however, Jim McLean found it very difficult to reproduce those great days. His decision to step down from power after a sad and sorry chain of events seemed to signal the end of an era. But unfortunately, Jim seems to be unable to let go of his financial and emotional commitment to this club. His latest bid for a return to the board has been rejected today. But as the battle continues, there is a danger the fans may also revolt and turn against the man who achieved so much here at Tannadice. Let's hope there's a happy ending. To the teams, United lost 2-0 at Kilmarnock last week, and manager Alex Smith has made 3 changes. Miller, Vanitas and young Stuart Duff drop out. In comes McCunney, Carson and David Partridge. Well, scoring goals has been a big problem for United this season, and maybe this man, Jim Hamilton, can unlock the Livingston back door. He's been around Jim, but he's the top scorer here at Tannadice, and he certainly knows the way to goal. The opposition today are no longer regarded as a surprise package in the SPL. Quite simply, Livingston are a quality side with players who can hurt you. Just ask Eric Black. Jim Leishman and Davy Hay keep the same starting 11 that defeated Motherwell by 3-1 last week. Well, scoring goals is one thing, stopping them another, and that's where Marvin Andrews comes in here. The Jamaican has just committed himself to the club till 2005 after seeking guidance from God. We are assured from Marvin that the great man is indeed a Livingston fan, and who are we to argue? Well, the man in the middle today, one of Scotland's top referees, Willie Young. Dundee United get this match underway, and young Jamie McCunney getting the first real touch in the game. Livingston with a change of strip, no longer the black in golds. But I'm sure it won't have any great adverse effect on their form, because home and away they have quite simply produced some unbelievably stunning performances. Carson keeping it in, looking for the 1-2, nice play. Hamilton linking up again. Carson needs to lay it in quickly. McConaughey could see what he was thinking there, just trying to play it quick and early for the element of surprise. Santini, Fernandez, lovely drive across. Maybe he was thinking a bit of glory for himself, and as he swiveled round there, even the slightest touch could have directed that ball into the net. Hasn't been the best of openings to this match. Maybe McConaughey can change the fortunes of the home side here, holding it up, waiting for somebody to come and support. McCunney. Marvin Andrews, always difficult to try and get round him. He's such an awesome figure in the back line for Libby. I think you're going to struggle to beat him with that type of back heel, but that's a poor clearance. Griffin hits this one! Oh, that was a fabulous shot by Danny Griffin. He's already scored 3 goals for Dundee United. As soon as the ball came into his path, he had one thing in mind, and that was just a few inches over. Great effort. Little touch in there. Andrews, oh, he gives it away. Patterson now. Here's a real chance for United. He couldn't get the shot on target. Once again, the block coming in from Rubio. Only as far as Carson. Good save. And at the second attempt, Culkin happy to deal with it. Stephen Carson from some distance just making his mind up, and Culkin at the second attempt makes the save. Sousa just trying to be too clever there, and I don't think there was any Livingston player who was going to benefit from that. Here's McConaughey. Could be the last opportunity of the first half. Carson now is he going to match Santini for speed? Putting it in. Rubio. Santini only as far as McCunney. Carson quite keen to take on Santini, but on this occasion the Frenchman wins the throw, much to the annoyance of Stephen Carson. Referee ends the first half. It's been disappointing. It's certainly disappointing from a Livingston point of view, but I think Alex Smith will be happy. They've had the best opportunities. Danny Griffin with a ferocious shot from distance, and although it didn't cause Nick Culkin too many problems, the second shot of note from Stephen Carson certainly did ask questions of the Livingston goalkeeper, but in the end he made the save. And here at Tannadice, nothing really to write home about. It's Dundee United 0, Livingston 0. I think Davy Hay and Jim Leishman will have had a few harsh words for the Livingston players after the first half performance. But Alex Smith will certainly have an air of confidence, because better sides than United have fallen foul of the quality of Livingston. So I think it's a good first half if you're a United fan. If you can build on it, then all the better. Still in play, Al Joffrey. He was onside, and McConaughey trying to get in behind Branquin. He did well. Stephen McConaughey driving it in. No, it's just over the top of the bar. Excellent play, and the best chance of the second half from Stephen McConaughey. Well, he got the benefit of the bounce of the ball, deceiving Branquin. When he got it under control, he just had a feeling that he was going to try and whip it in. He was just looking for a little bit more dip, but a good effort by McConaughey. Away goes Bingham. Lovell. Fernandez. He'll have to wait for Aurelio to get there. Just holds up the play. Nice play by Fernandez again. He's trying to stay on his feet. He did well. The referee waves play on. There's a chance. Oh, it's off the post. Wonderful piece of play by Livingston. And Barry Wilson almost scored the winner in this match. Lovely play by Fernandez. The referee was correct. Waved play on, gave Livingston the advantage, and Wilson hit the post. Rubio. Patterson! Just past! Jim Patterson just steadied himself and unleashed the shots, which Culkin was happy to see past the post. Full time here at Tannadice. That's as poor a game as you're ever likely to see this season. Point apiece, but certainly not a game high on entertainment. It finished here at Tannadice. Dundee United 0, Livingston 0.
Alec, I didn't think it was a great game, but I imagine you'd be delighted with a point.
I thought it was a very good game, actually. I thought there was a lot of good play. I thought we played extremely well. I just felt that we didn't score, and we needed to get a wee break in and around the goals. I thought there was a lot of good wing play. I thought there was good crosses into the box, and I thought the game was always interesting. I thought that the danger of us getting caught in the break late in the game, because we had done most of the work. And I just felt that we maybe deserved just to edge it.
I thought it was a great game, Peter. An old-fashioned Scottish game where we couldn't get on the ball, we couldn't get passing the ball like we've been doing in recent games, especially away from home. I think a draw was a fair result. When you get a 0-0 draw, it's difficult to say, well, has that been entertaining? You know, people want to see goals, and we didn't provide that today.
What about off the field? There's been a fair bit of boardroom battling going on. Has that affected you and the players?
Well, it's very, very difficult not to be affected when things like that go on, but I'm a very experienced person, and I've been in the game a long time now, and I can handle that, and the players handled it today, and we've got to focus on playing football. That's what we're paid for, and if players do that, then whatever happens round about has no effect at all. But if they allow it to affect their performance, then we have a problem.
Does the manager have an input or a say? Because clearly Jim McLean feels as if he needs to regain control of this club because he's not happy at the direction it's going. What's your take on that?
Well, that's a very difficult question to ask me. I don't know what Mr McLean's thoughts are. But I know what I've done since I came here anyway. We've went from where we were last year with 5 points, and we've secured the Premier League status of the club, and we're sitting in the middle of the league, and to me that's steady progress, It's maybe not spectacular enough for some people, but I think spectacular success brings you a spectacular fall as well.
That was Alex Smith talking to Peter Martin after the game. We won't discuss the Tannadice politics on the show this afternoon. Barry Wilson from Livingston is with us here in the studio. Barry, both managers said it was a good game. Was it a good game to play in?
No, I don't think it was.
I think you were going to agree with them.
You seen for the highlights there that there was very few goalmouth incidents in the game. It looked after about 20 minutes 0-0 written all over it, and proved to be the case.
Very much a case of Livingston going up there, getting a point, and as Jim Leishman said to a few reporters afterwards, disappointed only to take a point. Shows the progress the club have made.
Yeah, the manager was a wee bit disappointed after the game. Probably more with the way we played. We didn't do ourselves justice, but you know, sometimes you've got to grind out results, and a point at Tannadice isn't a bad result.
Bobby, you were laughing when both managers said it was a good game. You're always going on about 0-0 draws been good games. What do you think? The brief highlights?
I can actually see where both of them are coming from, because they're involved in the
Sure.
game, and it could have went either way. And Peter, obviously we know what team Peter supports, so he probably wasn't getting too excited by the game, but I know where the managers are coming from. They must have enjoyed it, and they're still thinking, well, we could win this or we could lose it, so I can see where they were coming from.
There were one or two highlights, Barry. Let's have a look at Danny Griffin's effort. It was Marvin Andrews who I think gave the ball away here.
Yeah, I think Marvin gets it in the left back area, and he kind of sclaffs a clearance right to Danny, and he can certainly hit them. I think it took a wee deflection off Keno. But yeah, it was a good strike. It was probably the highlight of the first half.
Danny Griffin's always liable to have a pop, Bobby.
He's more than capable, and it's always dangerous when a defender cuts inside the part and tries to make a clearance like that. If he doesn't get underneath the ball and clear the midfield, then there's a good chance that it's going to fall to the opposition and they'll have a strike. And if it falls to somebody like Danny's capabilities, it's a good chance it could find its way in the back of your net, but unfortunately for him, he get under it too much and he put it over the bar.
Fair chance for you, Barry, when David Fernandez did some really good work down the left, knocked it across, but I don't think you get much contact on it.
No, yeah, David does extremely well here. He keeps his balance, and as he plays it in here, it just strikes the first defender, and just enough to take it away from me. And I think it was Hansi. Yeah, just got a touch in it just behind me.
Well, that was about as close as you came to a goal yesterday, and that is about as close as we came to seeing a goal.